Dr. Larman here, Prison Stories. So I had an inmate on my caseload once that I really enjoyed working with. He was kind of quirky. He had a good reputation with custody because he had a job, he did his job, he stayed out of trouble, he didn't fight, and he was more or less a model inmate. So we had at the institution a lot of birds. We had a lot of blackbirds that were like bigger than my forearm. We had seagulls in the yard. They were everywhere. And one day the officers were searching this inmate's cell, and when they were done, they asked me if I wanted to check it out, and the inmate said it was fine. So I went in there. The inmate is single cell. Now most cells are double cell, 2-man cells, but sometimes someone will get a cell by themselves and they'll become single cell. It's the same size cell and everything. So I went in, and this inmate was a hoarder. He had so much stuff in his cell. It was unbelievable. And some of it's strategic to make it harder for the officers to search, and some of it is just a plain old hoarder. But he insisted he knew everything that was in his cell. So a couple days later, I went to see him at his cell for a therapy session, and it smelled kind of bad. And I asked him about it. I said, do you have something in your cell? And he's like, no, I don't. I've been smelling it too, but I think it's the shower. He was next door to the shower. And I leaned over, smelled the shower. I'm like, I don't think it's the shower. And he said, well, maybe it's my neighbor. And to be fair, the toilets were right up against the cell door, so it went out everywhere. But I'm like, okay, I don't think it is. And he goes, it's not me. I smell it, but it's not me. Okay. So a couple days later, I'm out on the yard, and he comes running up. No, well, not running, but he comes up to me quickly, and he said, Dr. Larman, we found out what the smell was. I asked him, okay, so what was it? He had forgotten that for some reason he brought a dead seagull into his cell and forgot about it. And it was now decomposing. And he didn't remember until he was cleaning his cell. So I guess the moral is, if you're going to be a hoarder, be careful and don't bring dead seagulls into your area and forget about them, because they smell. Thanks.